Hey everyone, welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt, and today I want to talk about my Tarkov addiction. In other words, why is Tarkov so addicting? I have seen a couple of Reddit posts as well as my own feelings about this. Now, I have had Tarkov probably for about a year and a half now. This latest wipe is probably the best I've ever played Tarkov and the fastest that I've leveled up, getting close to the flea market. Now, currently I'm level 9, so I don't have the flea market yet, but I have a firm understanding on the gameplay loop, what I'm supposed to be doing, and how to play the game. This may be due to something that I've seen the Tarkov community called Get Good, and that is one of the reasons why this game is so addicting and kind of rewarding at the same time. You really do get to see yourself starting to mold into a better player over time. Now, it does take lots of time. So that is one thing that a lot of people that I've seen on the forums not liking, is because you need to learn the maps. You may have a map on your second screen or on your tablet, but it's not the same as where to go on that map, when to get into engagements, when to choose when to fight and when not to. What kind of run are you going for? Are you going for a certain mission and you want to avoid those fights? Or are you going in as a tank and you want to brutalize everybody on the map? Do you just need to get in there and get something and extract out? What can you afford? There is so much management that has to happen with this game that it is kind of getting into my head of something that I want to play. Now, I know there is a lot of criticism for the game. I am not that hardcore of a player. Like I said, I'm only level 9, about to be a level 10, but I do find the experience to be fun, challenging, rewarding, and also aggravating. Now, these items in the game do not have a real world value, but what they do in the game is have somewhat of a value to you. So if you find a body while scavving and it has an amazing gun, you don't want to give that up. You want to use it on your raid. So there's a lot of tension and stress that happens while in these games. And like I said, it's all just for digital items. Like, it doesn't even exist in the real world. It doesn't matter in the real world, but there's something to it that does matter. And that may be the addiction. Talking. It is really crazy to see myself when I first fired up the game and what I was expecting myself to do versus now knowing a lot more and not really getting good, but just getting better. Oh shit! No! No! Didn't know there was a hole there. Like, I had one guy while playing Factory, I came in loaded with an AK-74U, loaded up with armor, everything, and I had someone mocking me the whole time, basically hunting me down. And I was putting down guys left and right, and then finally he found me. He was mocking me this whole time, and then he found me and I was able to put him down too. I should have extracted. I had about 10 eliminations, maybe 3 PMC kills, 7 scav kills. I already completed the quest. That's it. But I got greedy. I thought I could do more. I got too big for my britches. And then someone who played it a little bit slower, a little bit well paced, actually got me with a headshot. So a lot of the times that I die in this game, I get mad. Yes, I do. I slap the table, I slap the desk, I say darn it, but it's more so a learning experience. It's more so I died for this reason. I got too cocky, so I should have extracted, versus I thought I could take on the whole map because I had so many eliminations. You know, there's times where you're sprinting when you don't need to be sprinting. There's times where you should be playing it slow. There's different routes that you should be taking. There's a lot of choices that you need to make on every single raid, and every time you die, for the most part, it makes sense. it's probably your fault. And maybe you missed a shot. Maybe your spray on the machine gun isn't, your spray on the AR is not very good, or something like that. You should have been aiming for the head. There are a lot of factors, you know, in this game. You could even min-max the guns if you wanted to, the ammunition, the attachments, everything. So if you wanted to go hardcore in this game, you can. And there is just a good feeling when you get, there's a good feeling, there's a good reward system when you do get a kill, when you do get, you know, a bunch of scavs on you and you're playing it slow and you're healing up and you brought in just the right stuff to get you through the situation. There's a lot of choices, like I said, that you have to make. What do you bring into the raid? What kind of armor? How is the armor? What kind of medical supplies do you have in your pouch? Are you leaving space in your pouch for something that you want to extract out? Did you forget a tourniquet? Like I have. And then you get into a situation that you need a tourniquet. You're bleeding out on the map. You then kill a couple of scavs, hoping and praying for a tourniquet, and then you find one, and then you heal up. I actually ran into a situation last wipe where I ran out of ammo, and there was a glitch with the scav. Shoot. Nope. I just killed a dude with a knife and it took that long. Wow. That was insane. He had ammo too. Oh my god. Oh my god. He had full. Oh my god. That was the best thing that ever happened. That was the best thing. So I was able to knife him to death, take his gun, and was able to extract. So it's kind of like a Warzone experience where you drop into the map or you spawn into the map and you get to tell your own story. It's not a linear first-person shooter where things happen to you. You go a certain way, you make a certain decision, and that story is then played out. That may be also why I enjoy watching Tarkov streams as well. Recently, Doc has been playing Tarkov. In the past, you had Dr. Lupo, you had Shroud, you also have Summit 1G playing Tarkov. Of course, there's Landmark, who is a straight beast. Always. So there are some really big people in this Tarkov community, and it is kind of a crazy game. I have been a fan of first-person shooters probably since I played my first one, which was Wolfenstein 3D on my dad's computer. And of course we got, you know, Medal of Honor and all those games that came from that, all of the Call of Duties. So first-person shooters have been a really big part of my life for a long time. And then more recently, we've been getting games kind of like Squad, Hell Let Loose, that puts you into those more real-life war scenarios with a huge army with you, with real people with you. And that's why Hell Let Loose is actually one of my favorite games of all time. There's experiences and stories with those games that you can't replicate anywhere else, even if you tried. And with that, there is a sense of realism and a little bit of arcadiness, especially with Hell Let Loose. But the sense of realism, the sounds, the suppression, the way the way the guns shoot, the realism of getting hit. And that also carries over to Tarkov, where you have to manage your health system with certain medical supplies. You know, you break a leg, you have to put a splint on it to cure the fracture. Your character's in pain, so they're not going to aim very well. There is so much to this game, and you do have to be patient. You are going to get smashed. You are. I've seen in the forums people say it's a BDSM experience, because it kind of is. You are going to get your stuff rocked for a long time. But over time, you learn. And you do have to push yourself to get over those humps of experience. I'm not anything good. I've never had a gun with a side foregrip handle. I've never had anything like that. But I do feel myself getting used to the maps, getting used to the guns, getting used to the system, switching out certain parts for certain parts, what goes on what ammo goes with what a lot faster. Everything's starting to make more sense. And I'm very excited to learn more and more about the game and to get deeper and deeper into the systems. Now, hopefully I can get the flea market pretty soon. It's a challenge. Anyways, let me know some of the games that you feel like you're addicted to. What do you think about while you're at work, dreaming about coming home and playing on your PC? And also, if you're a Tarkov player, let me know your experiences. What do you like? What do you hate? And do you wish that somebody makes a different experience with some improvements that you've learned from Tarkov? Hey, if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, hit that like button. Really does help me out with the YouTube algorithms. Feel free to share with your friends, with your Tarkov communities, with your first-person shooter communities, what you like, what you don't like with the titles. And if you didn't like it, thank you for watching and hope to catch you in the next one.